Hey everybody, I wanted to jump on here and give you a little tutorial on how to create a system to keep track of all of your financial expenditures. So this is an Excel spreadsheet. You could open it up in Google Sheets also. Don't worry if you're not a spreadsheet guru. It's a very easy template. The purpose is to help you create a system that you can easily keep track of your business expenses. So I'm going to walk you through how to use this spreadsheet, and then hopefully it's going to save you a lot of time and you're going to love it. So next year, come tax time, it's going to be a piece of cake. So down here at the bottom, the first tab is called Template, and then there's a tab for each month, yearly totals, and annual expenses. So let me just start with the template first. The template is designed for, you probably have some monthly items every single month that you spend money on. So it might be your web page, internet service, your phone, email service, landing page software. The list goes on and on. So if you know every month what those expenses are, you could enter it here on the template and have it carried over to all of the months. Now, before you do that, the first thing you have to do is come down here to Template and do a right mouse click. And notice it says Select All Sheets. So we're going to select all the sheets. And then anything I type on this sheet will get carried over to all the other sheets. So let's say that my web page service, I had $59 in here. Let me change that to $99. And let's say my internet service is $79 every month. And my phone, I'm just going to say it's $65 every month. If there's something else here that I wanted to add, I could add it here. Okay. Before I leave this, another thing I want to mention is category. Now, this is just a very generic way of keeping track of your expenses. If your accountant or CPA divides those business expenses into different categories, then you could also add those categories here. So marketing expenses, maybe the category is marketing. Maybe every month you spend a certain amount on postage. So let's just say every month you're spending, I don't know, $100. And then I could just go ahead and type in that category, that my postage, that I'm spending $100 every month. Okay, so that's what that little category column is. Now, if I click to another tab, notice the colors have kind of changed down here. And if I right click, notice I could now reselect all the sheets if I wanted. I don't want to at this point, but I just wanted to show you that once I'm done doing something on all the sheets, if you just click on a different tab, it kind of unselects that. And then notice that the postage, I had just added that $100. And so it shows up there. My web page, internet, phone, all of those things that I just updated on this template sheet got updated here. Now, another thing that the spreadsheet will do is down here at the bottom, it will give me a monthly running total. So let's say in the middle of the month, I purchased some software. So I'll say I purchased Acrobat software. So I'm going to type that in. If you're making bigger purchases, it's always a good idea to put a date on. So maybe we'll pretend like it's the 23rd that I purchased that software, and it was $599. Now, before I press enter, let's take a look at the total down here. Right now it's $843. I'm going to add the $599. When I press enter, it automatically updates the total there. Okay, so again, you can just continue to add whatever the line items, your different expenditures for the month. Now, if we hop over here to where the yearly totals are, look what happens. It is giving me a running tabulation of my expenses for January. And you'll notice some of these other months here, they've got some numbers updated. That's copying over all of those monthly expenses that I have every single month. Okay, so each month will give you a total, and then the other thing it will do is it will give you a running profit or loss down here. Now again, this is a very simple spreadsheet. The income, you're just going to have to manually enter it in. So let's say you've sold a couple of your coaching packages, and so to date you've made $3,500. You just enter that manually, and then you'll notice it gives us a total for the income, a total for our expenses, and then again it updates this down there. So again, very simple to use, but the beauty is a couple things. One, you're creating a system, you're training yourself basically that every time you spend money, just hop over here to the spreadsheet, type it in, put the amount. Then at the end of the year, you could just print this sheet out, and basically it's going to give you all of your expenses and your income. Now there's one other tab here, and it's called annual expenses. So let me show you what this sheet is for. Sometimes if you purchase a year's worth of like software, for instance, if you pay for the whole year, it's less costly than if you do it month by month. So let's say my webinar software that I use is Webinar Jam. It's not $99, it's like $8.99 is the year price. So I'm just going to enter that in, and let's say on the 15th of January is when I'm going to purchase that. Let's say last year, for instance, I purchased my landing page software, KARTRA, and that was, I'll just say $790. Okay. I'm just going to delete these extra things here that got added. Okay. So the reason that I like to put them here is come February of 2020. So if I bought this a year's worth last year in February, this coming year, they're going to be looking for that money, or, you know, it might go up a little bit, but a lot of times the credit card's on file, and then all of a sudden you've forgotten this annual expense. Now, you still need to, so let's say in February is when my KARTRA yearly membership is due, you still need to add that here. So I would say, okay, I'm renewing my KARTRA membership. I forget what I said it was, $890, for instance. So you still have to add it here. And then if we go back down here to the yearly totals so that you can see it. Oops, I made a mistake there. Don't worry about that. But so that you can see it here. So see how this got updated. Okay, does that make sense what I'm saying? So this annual expenses here is just a place for you to keep track of it, because through the year, you know, you'll find a good deal and they say, well, if you pay for the whole year, it's only $23 a month instead of $55 a month, something like that. So it's just a place to keep track of it, but then you still have to manually add it to whatever month you make that expenditure. All right, so hopefully that makes sense to you, and please let me know in the comments if this was useful, if you want more clarification, and again, you don't have to be an Excel guru to use it. Just take note. I've tried to kind of highlight the cells where it's doing some automatic calculations for you so that when you get to the end of the year, you'll be able to just print that sheet out. All right, so I look forward to your comments and questions, and I will talk with you later.